So in this segment, we're going to be talking about no EU access for UK clearinghouses after 2025, according to McGuinness. So I thought I covered this, but I couldn't actually find the video of me covering it, which is really annoying. So if I have posted this already, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're going to go through this again, which is if I have covered it. Britain's departure from the EU has largely severed the country's financial services ties with the bloc. By clearing in London of euro-denominated derivatives for banks and asset managers in the EU, was allowed to continue because of the risk market disruption if the huge volumes had to be moved at a short time. So essentially, what happened was the EU didn't want to move clearinghouses from London to the EU straight away because of the sheer volume. You know, you're talking trillions of euros. 92 trillion euros that are cleared in the London Stock Exchange LCH, which is the London Clearinghouse business. So they clear 92 trillion euros worth of like derivatives and other financial services in London, compared to 11 trillion at the Deutsche Börse in Frankfurt, which is Germany, which is huge. This one clearinghouse deals with so much in derivatives. And so the EU took a safety first approach. We have spoken about this before, like these certain bits of it, because I had a lot of help in those videos, I remember. Point being is that the EU didn't want to move them straight away because of the sheer volume and the sheer mass of these trades, and that if anything went wrong, it would put a huge financial stress on the EU, EU member states. And the simple fact is, so the simple fact is, this is why I need scripts sometimes. The simple fact is, the EU want oversight over these things purely because they have no oversight of the EU, the UK. The UK could start deregulation, and which would put the EU in a very vulnerable position, purely because so many trades are going on, and if any of these trades fall through, then EU traders will be stuck, and they might need bailouts, and those bailouts aren't going to come from the British government. They're going to have to come from EU member states, European governments, essentially. That's one of the main reasons I think they want to do this. It's not a punishment thing. It's you're dealing with so many of our traders. We have no oversight over you. We have to take this back. And the EU did try this previously, but as we were a member of the EU, I think it was the European Court of Justice, or one of the European courts said, nah, bruv, the London can stay as is. But obviously we're not EU members anymore. So you got there 92 trillion done by London's clearinghouse business. At least they hold 92 trillion in euro interest swap rate positions, which I'm not going to try and explain what that is, compared to 11 trillion at Deutsche Börse in Germany. So you can see a massive gap there, a huge number more. Brussels on Tuesday extended equivalence, meaning UK clearinghouses have until 2025 for a final time to reduce their heavy over-reliance on clearers in London. So essentially, EU traders can continue, using London clearinghouses. However, after 2025, they won't be able to, at least unless the EU kind of extend the deadline on it, which I don't think they will. Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey said on Thursday at the time, Brussels should not have set a limit on time limit on clearinghouses, and that seeking to fragment the international market cannot be justified. And again, I'm going to get Kai to explain this to you, Andrew Bailey.
Sorry, Grams, but
seeing as the UK voted for Brexit and to leave the EU single market and customs union for goods and services,
we're not teammates. We're competitors, and I want action. Hey!
The EU can, the EU can do this just because they want to punish us if they really wanted to, but they're doing this for, altruistic reasons more really, which is that they don't have oversight over us and they want to see what's going on, which I don't blame them for. And so the argument that the EU are trying to fragment the international market is just ludicrous. Brexit has fragmented the international financial market. And if memory serves me correctly, Andrew, you supported Brexit. So in my opinion, you supported the fragmentation of the international market. McGuinness said the EU had an open financial market and wanted to build up its own capital market, which is fine. The EU are free to do this because we are competitors now. I'm very clear that June 25 is the end of the equivalence for UK clearinghouses, and I think the EU will have to stick to this deadline because they've already moved it once. Moving it twice would show a lot of weakness and show a lot of a lack of preparedness, I think, from the EU, and the simple fact that they couldn't actually push traders in the EU to kind of deal with trades in the EU. She launched a public consultation on incentives to shift clearing from London to the EU in an industry that has so far resisted pressure to do so. So essentially, she's going to talk to stakeholders and say, what can we do to convince you to come over to our side? That's what she's trying to do. It will not happen organically, which is why we will need to intervene, McGuinness said. And that is the most interesting statement in this article. It will not happen organically. So, McGuinness, no fool, very intelligent lady, saying, like, we know that these traders will continue trading in London unless we do something. So we're going to do something. And I am interested to see what they're going to do. Can't wait to see it. But yeah, this stuff here, more about Northern Ireland and other things. But yeah, they want these trades to happen under the EU scope so they can see what's going on. The UK really don't want that, and Rishi Sunak continuously talks about deregulation. So when you keep doing that, what do you expect is going to happen? You can talk about memorandum this and ideas that, but the simple fact is if you begin deregulation as a financial institution, you can't really be trusted, because deregulation typically leads to really bad financial crashes. And the EU don't want that. They want to take derivatives away because, like I said before, if something happens, right, and these trades fall through specifically because of UK deregulation, and EU member states have to bail out EU traders, which they did in 2008, let's not forget, by the way, who are they going to blame? The UK? Probably, but can they do anything about it? Not really. That's why they want to move it over to the EU, so they can help, prevent a really damaging financial crash. Because capitalism does have a boom-bust cycle, but if you can control the boom to make it, sustainable, more sustainable, and stop the bust from being as badly, hitting as badly, you can get somewhere. You can get somewhere with it. But at the moment, we simply don't have that system. So sorry again. Not sure what happened to the original one. I know this was published on the 11th of February. Really important story, so I've decided to cover it. To make sure it's covered on my end. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.